Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody. Ugh. So today, I just turned it on. Um, so no, I didn't get to go live again last night, and we had ended when we were in a trade. Trying to remember exactly which one we were in, but I did have one loss last night. Um, so I think it might have been this. Let me see. Which one exactly was it? Let's find out. And just so I don't give y'all no bad information. Let's find out while we got the time. Wait a minute. There we go. NASDAQ. It was the NASDAQ. And what was the profit goal we went for? Hmm. Yes, it was the NASDAQ. Alright, let's go look. Alright, so the NASDAQ. So, yes, is that it right there? Yeah, this was it right here. So we did end up winning that trade. Um, just had to figure out which one it was. So yeah, 100% won that trade. When it came back, I actually just let it end up take. It touched his take profit without me actually watching it. So that was nice. And then we kind of just messed around a little bit. I was in a Bitcoin one. Let me see if I can go find that. Matter of fact, where is me? There we go. Bitcoin. Bitcoin's actually what we lost into. So yeah, we went off of that one. But if I go to the minute, we can see exactly all the way down here. Wait a minute. Was that the winner one? I don't think that was the winner. Oh, no, that was the 10% one. The 10 one. Yeah, so I had hopped in one. It got down here. It shot back up. I was like, you know what? That was right after I had won the 260. I was like, you know what? Why possibly lose any money? I just took the 10. And then it ended up actually getting to back here where I would have taken it at, but it was no big deal. Then the last trade of the night that I did was, where was it at? Because it was a big loser. And that was honestly just off of me rushing again. Like, I know exactly why I lost it. It was just a simple error on my end. I rushed it. I went in for a buy. I came in, saw how much it was rising. I was like, well, maybe it'll touch here. Nope. I bought it on this candlestick and it immediately went back down. I saw how it kept going. I was like, you know what? I'll just, or no, I had my stop loss here. That's right. I had my stop loss here. It took me out. I was like, well, it is what it is. I ain't mad at it. Whatever. Um, so that was that one. That was a $10 one. This I did in like less than 15 minutes apart. Wish it told me exactly when I left the trade, but I guess I can go look at that too. Let's see, that was in gold. There it is. Yeah, so um, it was a simple forget exactly what my thought process here was, but oh yeah, no, that's what it was. So I saw how previously it was kind of like just a strong prediction. It was like I just saw how price kept every time it would go up, it'd come back to a certain level, and it did break the support zone. So I was down here at first, and then it came up here. Saw how it went up here, went down. So I kind of just predicted the same thing for it to come here. Like I predicted the exact same thing I expected when it was here. I was like, well, I'm expecting to at least touch up here, and that's what happened. And it actually shot up more, where I could have made more money, but that was what my take profit goal was, and I got my $130. And I think, or is that the $50 one? That might be the $50 one. No, that's 130. And then ESM was here. Um, Hopped into a small one, just had a small take profit. As you saw, it was $50. I wasn't really too worried about making a lot of money on it. I just kind of did it and was like, yeah, whatever, $50. Boom. Moving on. Now that we're caught up on everything that happened in the last, I guess, almost 24 hours at this point, we can move on to what's going on at this time. So, as you can see, that's a very hard downtrend. Um, Going to just see. Yeah, market's been going down since Monday. It is now Thursday, and it's down from 59.93 to 580.5852. So down a cool $100 basically. Ooh. But so I don't know if I'll mess with this one today, because I feel like, I mean, I guess you could probably hop into a sell, because obviously it's coming down. I'm gonna put a line here just to mark this low. Wait, nope, not there. Right there. Just so we can see that low and see if by tomorrow it touches it. Well, I guess, yeah, no, tomorrow. Yeah. See what happens come tomorrow, because it is getting down that low. If I did make something here, it is in that range. Just right. Alright, get rid of that. Sorry, I'm just trying to see what I can find from this. Not that all the way on Monday matters, it's just, you can see it's been going down since Monday. Might be able to, if I was in scalp trading, I would probably buy into this and just let it sit for a little bit, but we are scalp traders here. We sit in a trade for at most an hour, as little as 10 minutes, seconds, you know what? I'm not even gonna say 10 minutes, no, as little as seconds up to probably, like, I would probably say 30 minutes. Personally, I'm not gonna sit in a trade for more than 30 minutes. But just so you guys have a breakdown, I'm gonna break down the difference between all the different trading. Oop, that fell. Hold on one second. Let's see. All right, pulling out my notes so I can give you guys the different types of traders. So as you guys probably, if you guys know, I'm a scalp trader. I sit in a trade for less than 10 minutes at a time, maybe seconds, depending on how the market's moving. Obviously, with it not being live, I'll wait a little bit longer so I can see what's going on. But realistically, when I do end the practice and do the real thing, I'll be probably exiting a trade in less than 5 minutes, more than likely. But besides the point. So there's three different types of day traders. You have your swing traders, your scalpers, and your intraday traders. The main difference between all of three of those is just the amount of time you're in those trades. So again, scalpers in and out of trades, in the trade for a few seconds to maximum 10 minutes, more or less, but more, I would say the max is like 10 minutes as a scalp trader. I mean, hey, look, if you want to go a little bit more, you could, but at that point, you're kind of just an intraday trader, which an intraday trader is just between, you hold the trade from between 15 minutes to a couple hours, probably a max of 3. Um, but definitely not past the whole day. Swing traders just are they hold trades for hours, sometimes even days. Um, but those are the differences between those three things. Um, what else could we explain today? The different trading sessions. I know I had brought up my indicators the other day. Um, these just help me so I don't have to exactly remember when the sessions start. But so you have the four different sessions. You have a Sydney session, the Sydney session, the Tokyo session, the London session, and the New York session. These are all different times. I honestly don't know the exact time of the Sydney session because I didn't even know there was a Sydney session for a while until like I actually started using this and I never got the information on it. But from the look of it, it's from yeah, I don't know. I'm not even going. We're gonna go from 6 p.m. through 2 o'clock in the morning, basically, is Sydney session. So again, 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. is the Sydney session. Tokyo session, on the other hand, is from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. And then London session starts. They kind of like start within each other, like right as they're coming to an end. London session is from 3 in the morning, which is like pre-market hours, but then ends around according to this, 12 p.m. Okay, I knew that. Yes. All right, sorry, had a slow moment. I was looking at the wrong session. That's why I got confused. Um, yeah, so 2 to 12. New York session, on the other hand, 9 in the morning. There's pre-market hours for that too, but when it really starts and the volume's really in the market is 9 in the morning to 4 p.m. if I'm not wrong. 5, 5 p.m. And then Sydney session starts again, and that's what we're in right now, because it is at the moment 7:13 in the afternoon, which it is still extremely bright outside. It kind of threw me off. Excuse me. But those are the different types of sessions. It's just literally when that part of the world is basically in their trading session, because time differentials and all that. But the time where the market's most has the most volume is during 8 a.m. Eastern for me to the 11 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern. That's why it was confusing me. I forgot this is in Central Time, not Eastern Time. That's why it threw me off. So if you're in the Eastern Time zone, the London session is actually from 2 a.m. to 11 a.m. New York's from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Tokyo is from 7 p.m. to 4 in the morning. Those are the different ones, but the time when the market's has the most volume is 8 to 11 because the two sessions overlap, as you can see right here. And these are two main sessions. You can make money in here, but as you can see, if you look at just based off of this movement, you see a lot more movement during these time zone or these sessions right here. There's just a lot more activity if you look up here at this number where it says volume, just looking at it. This is just the S&P 500 by itself. You can see how like 20k, 20k, like this is peak time right here. It's when a lot of traders are entering trades. New York session itself has a lot of volume in it, but not saying these ones don't. They have volume, but as you can see, just looking at the difference of the number changes, you're not really crossing any thousands. Now you get to the end of Tokyo when you're in partially London session, couple thousand. Get deeper into London session, it's a couple more thousand. And then once you get to that New York, this is like New York pre-market right here around 8 in the morning for us because I'm not Central Time for me. So this is like pre-market hours. But as you can see, then you go look at 15, 20k. This is when the market is booming. This is probably the best time to come make some money, honestly. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. New York session, London session, the London New York overlap is probably your best chance to make a good amount of money, like a lot of money in a very short amount of time, just because there's so much going on in the market, so many people active in it. Just yeah, it's the time to trade. Like with me practicing, I know I'm practicing during Sydney session, other practicing, but when it comes to like having a consistent movement in the market, these are the best times to, this is the best time to come right here. Um, Another note though, let's get to trying to enter some trades, do some trade and chart analysis, and see what we can find. If goodness, sorry. So there actually, oh, speaking of analysis though, there is more. Um, so as you guys know in the previous streams, the chart analysis I do, I just get my little support zones, resistance zones, as you know. But there is more um, information behind it that you can get. Haven't been doing that, but I off stream I was. So like you can, there's realistically two types of analysis. You have the fundamental. These are the fundamental analysis is right here. That didn't make sense. Anyway, there's two different types of analysis. So you have news events. Those itself has to do with like just the asset you're trading. Oh my gosh, I news events. You got to look at ones that affect the asset you're trading. So like example, if we'll go to stocks. Say your a Tesla car blows up, more than likely the stock's gonna go down. And then there's also technical analysis. So looking at charts such as the candlesticks and just looking at patterns and seeing and using that to predict where the price is gonna go. And you look at patterns like right now, or you look at patterns that have happened in the past week or so, the past couple of days, past couple of hours, just to see what you can find there. This is a triple top. I was just looking at this. Sorry. What's it called? Analysis. Oh yeah. So that's technical analysis. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, you know what? Should also probably have explained. You know, I'll do that in another video. Let's just go ahead and do some analysis ourselves. So I'm not going to be using any like news events or anything looking up the S&P 500. I'm not going to be doing all that. Right now I'm just going to do my little technical analysis, look at some previous patterns, see what patterns are happening as of right now because we're in the 5 minute time frame, see what's going on, and then go to the shorter time frame, see what's going on there. So um I peeped this right away. There's a good resistance support zone right here. Because as you can see there, if realistically I could probably put it down here, but if you put it right here with the time right now and the previous times, if you look at it, there was a lot of rejections right here, right there. There's a rejection here, just a really long wick. It got through the zone I just put down, but came back up obviously. Um, yeah, so I mean that's where I'm gonna leave my resistance, my support zone for now. I keep saying resistance. I was thinking my resistance zone. That's why I said it. But um, I'm gonna put a resistance zone right around here, just to see. Not saying it's gonna stay there. Not saying it won't get by it at all. But just to see if it's gonna pass that or if it's gonna stay and consolidate here, because it does have there was a lot of price action here. But up here kind of doesn't stay. As you can see, it kind of just stays in this area. So realistically, I'm gonna put this line here just to mark up where one of the highs were of the previous times, if that makes sense. Um, I would put it up here, but I don't see price getting back up there anytime like soon. I can see it touching here maybe like in the next, that'd probably take like 30-40 minutes, but I could see it touching here by the end of the night. If it goes into an uptrend, if it's still downtrending, then I could see it possibly touching this one that we set up earlier. Um, so as of right now, ain't much to do with this one, so we're gonna move on to the Nasdaq. Ugh. Kind of have similar movements at the moment, which is interesting. Hasn't touched that low yet, but it is on route to from the looks of things. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it touches down this on this blue line right here. I'm trying to think. It's not a lot of action right now. It kind of broke out of its zone. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, like wouldn't say that's one, but if I put it like right there, maybe. Nah. That would just be more confusing than anything. But price definitely is not getting above here. At least not today. Jeez. But yeah, definitely not. It's down like $400. But yeah, definitely not getting up this high today. More than likely not going to touch up here, but I could see it coming back here. So I'm going to put this line just to see if we're right for later. And I'm going to go to the minute time frame to mark up this one. This, yeah, let's try 3 minutes. Let's see what's going on. Go to the minute. Nope. Let's go to the minute time frame, see if we can see any resistance zones, support zones being made. Maybe right here. I'm gonna put a resistance zone here for now, and just see if it stays between there. And then I'm gonna go to the 5 minutes to set this one up. It looks like it's an uptrend, which it definitely is. I could see it touching here. Leave that there. As of right now, it might be turning into a support zone. Yeah, prices. We want to get rid of this old support zone down here. I don't see that being the new support zone at all. I feel like it might be creating its own at the moment. I'm gonna put a resistance zone right here and just see what's going on in the market at this point in time. We're gonna go to the minute. Okay. Alright, yeah, we could definitely create a little small zone here at least. Oh, there's definitely a resistance support. Jeez. Um, yeah, but it's not relevant to like where price is right now. So we're gonna say right around here. I could see becoming like a supportish zone. If it does come down, it's gonna do like so. They call it a pullback when price goes up to a zone, and then so obviously you see a breakthrough here. The zone or the price broke through this what would have been a zone if I was trading at this point in time. It broke through and now it's doing the pullback before it shoots up. Now, will it shoot back up? We don't know 100% sure, but we're going to watch what price does during right now, and if it does start to go back up, then I would probably hop into a buy, set up my little profit margins. I would probably, if it gets, I would wait for it to like one or two candlesticks this way, and then hop into a little long position, little buy. Ooh, that would have been a very nice sell. If I was looking a little sooner, I would have hopped into that probably right here and just made a small profit right there, honestly. But it's okay. We're waiting for the pullback. But there is there's a strong down pull, as you can see, a really long wick indicating price is fighting to get down here. So based off of this candlestick, I don't want to hop into it because I'm a little behind. If I had the consistent update of right now, I would probably hop into it and try to make a quick buck, but we don't have that at the moment, no real time charts. So we're gonna wait until the next candlestick hits. While we wait for that, real quick, I'm just gonna go back to the Nasdaq, see what it's doing. Nice little pull up, like I said. Wouldn't be surprised if it gets up here. Wouldn't be surprised if it touches here eventually. Oop, somebody's card's going off. Let's go back here real quick. Let's see, price is on a up pull, but there's no wick on that body, so I'm gonna give it some time. Going back to gold. Price is in a very strong downtrend at the moment. I don't want to hop into it because I feel like I'm a little late now. I'm not saying I want to be any more late, but it's a little risky because based off of what it says up here, knowing we're a little delayed, it's probably going to go back up to 298 right here. Or that's where it's at, like just about, and that's why I'm saying that. But I don't know. I'm going to give it a minute because I don't want to hop into it and then it's going up. So with us being delayed, I'm going to wait until, I'm going to give it another minute before I decide anything. So we'll just see. I'll watch the chart for a minute. If this candlestick goes to get through that box that I made, if it gets through it, I'll probably hop into a buy. Well, I'm not gonna hop into a buy right away. I'm gonna go set up my long position, see what it looks like, and wait for that next candlestick, which I would call an entry candlestick, which is just where I would buy into it, where I enter the trade at. Alright, it's kind of consolidating at the moment. I was trying to see if it was going to break through there. We'll come back and check on it. Prices did break where we were talking about, isn't it? Wait a minute. Is it the right one? Or was that NASDAQ? Ah, I was talking about the NASDAQ. Okay, it did break here too, though. Let's see what price does. If price gets stuck here and comes back down one candlestick, maybe two, depending how long the candlestick is, we'll hop into a sell. If we get a candlestick like this, I forget if it's good or bad. I gotta look that up again. But I'm probably gonna take my chances and we'll see what happens. But S&P 500 still going up. Kind of want to delete these and make new ones. You know what? I'm gonna leave the top one. I'm gonna make a new bottom one. So like that big one was just kind of like, yeah. Let's see what happens there. A good volume in the market, or is it kind of slow at the moment? Yeah, kind of slow, kind of slow. All right, back to the Nasdaq. Still breaking through. Price wants to go down. Price is not trying to stay up. Honestly, I'm really debating shooting for this low, shooting for a targeting a profit here, and just going for it, putting it at this high right here, and shooting for this almost 2-to-1 profit goal. That's very indecisive at the moment. Let's see what it does before we decide to get into it. I didn't see price getting past here, but I mean, at least not yet, but it's very possible it could just go straight up. I mean, price would never go straight up, but it little, up and down, up and down, up and down until it gets up there. And you got buy-ins coming up. Price is stuck there at the moment. I something. I don't want to get greedy. Although we probably could make a small profit here. It's much easier when it's updating in real time, but it's hard to tell here. It's like price is getting scared of down here, but I don't have, it's like stuck and I can't see it. So it's like I don't know if it's moving up or down at this point in time. Hmm. Price is in a, I think what I'm gonna do is I might opt in for a profit target right here. Right there at that red candlestick. And just see what happens depending on this candlestick. Yeah, see, it went back up. I'm glad I didn't do it. This one's still going up. I'll shoot for this low right there. Shoot for this high. But low key, I feel like, but price isn't moving down, that's for sure. So I am going to hop in and buy. I'm gonna buy 1 unit here. See what we can make happen. I'm gonna shoot for I'm gonna go for a $100 profit target. Stop loss right there. We'll go for a 1-to-1, $100. That was in my entry candlestick. So price is actually right here, but it's over here somewhere. We can't see it because the screen is delayed at the moment. So price actually could be going into a downtrend, and I just couldn't see it. Only reason I'm gonna have to buy it. Oh, price is not liking up here. I kind of like it. Might be a good sell. Get rid of that so we can see it clearly. What's price thinking about doing? It looks like it wants to go down. Definitely hard to tell. I'm gonna take one sell market, and we're gonna put our see because the price is actually up here right now, so that's a little nerve-wracking. But what we'll do is we'll target that low right there for we'll target $100. I know I shouldn't be going for a specific number. I actually should probably be going for this low right here. Oh, which actually might be very good. And I'm gonna put my stop loss here. I'm gonna put my stop loss at $100 actually. Stop loss at 100. Profit target at 100. That's what we're gonna do. I'm not looking for a crazy win. I'm looking for a small one where I made a profit. do the same, not do the same thing here, but go back to where we were. Did it not happen to another one, or am I tripping? Oh no, we were thinking about it, that's right. Wait, or am I tripping? Did we lose money? I think we lost money. I think it touched the negative. Yeah, we lost $100. It's alright. Not something to stress about. I don't remember. Oh, it was this one. I just want to know where we actually entered at, because I can't see it, so I don't know what the price was doing at the actual time. Same thing here. I don't know what price is, where price actually is. I think price is here, but I can't see it. I can't see what the candlestick connects to it we're doing. I can't see what the price movement was. So with that, I'm just gonna. I don't like backing away from what I was trying to get, but I'm also like, I can't see it, and we're actually going negative. Okay, look, we touched a. I'm gonna shoot for a $50 profit target. See what happens. If we lose 100, we lose 100. It is what it is. I'll let this play out, and then I'm gonna call it a stream for today. But hey, look, we lost. I'm not hiding nothing from y'all. Real trading. Yeah, obviously I don't have the real-time market data, so it's definitely a little harder for sure. But I'm not scared to show you guys my losses, my wins. It's gonna happen. It is what it is. I'll be back. I'm gonna let this play out. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll let this play out, and then I'll end the stream afterwards. Hope you guys had a good day. Hope you guys have a good day. Stay up, stay positive, keep pushing. Every day's a blessing. Y'all have a good one.